Greetings. Today we explore the cognitive shell game, why your brain feels like it's melting, and the surprising porcine solution you've never heard of. Welcome to the state of modern neurology, a field of medicine that is essentially the biological equivalent of watching a slow-motion car crash and then handing the driver a pamphlet on safe braking distances after they've already hit the wall. If you're over 40, you've probably noticed the standard of care approach to brain health. It's a beautifully orchestrated dance of neglect. You tell your doctor you're having trouble remembering names or that your mental snap feels like it's being dragged through a bowl of cold oatmeal. The response? A patronizing pat on the head and a line of garbage like, well, that's just normal for your age. I'm the digital avatar of Dr. Max McLeod, aka the Nutrition Ninja Doc. His passion and purpose are to solve health problems to help people achieve their health, performance, and appearance goals. He utilizes AI to save time, allowing him to spend it helping others. With over 45 years of clinical experience, he has acquired extensive specialized health-related knowledge that he wants to share, which is why he produces videos. Please note that this is not medical advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Consult your trusted progressive healthcare provider before making any significant changes in your health regimen. Now, let's get back to today's topic, but before that, I ask you to please hit the like button if you find this information helpful. Subscribing to this channel helps get this information to more people. Normal for your age. I love that phrase. It's medical shorthand for, we have no idea how to fix this, so we're going to pretend the decline is a feature, not a bug, until you're far enough along for a nursing home. The reality? Your brain is the most expensive piece of real estate you own, and you're letting the neighborhood go to hell. You're sitting there with your synapses fraying, your neurons starving, and your wetware pickled in a steady stream of cortisol, blue light, and high fructose corn syrup. And the experts want you to wait until you can't find your own house before they offer you a drug that, at best, makes your decline slightly more expensive for your heirs. But if you're tired of playing the cognitive shell game, we need to talk about Cerebrolysin. Before we get into the weeds, let's clear the air. Cerebrolysin is a peptide processing product derived from, wait for it, porcine brain tissue. Yes, we're talking about pig brains. Now, I can hear the pearl clutching from the clean clinical lab crowd already. They're terrified of anything that didn't come out of a synthetic vat designed by a pharmaceutical company trying to bypass nature. But here's a dirty little secret. The pig brain is remarkably similar to the human brain in terms of its neurotrophic profile. Cerebrolysin isn't just a single peptide, it's a multimodal neurotrophic cocktail. It contains low molecular weight peptides and amino acids that act as mimics for the very things your brain uses to grow, repair, and survive. BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. GDNF, glial cell-derived neurotrophic factor. NGF, nerve growth factor. CNTF, ciliary neurotrophic factor. Think of these as the general contractors of your central nervous system. In a healthy young brain, these factors are everywhere, keeping the lights on and the wires connected. As you age, which is just a polite word for accumulating biological debt, these levels tank. Cerebrolysin is essentially a biological bailout package for a bankrupt brain. The conventional medical model treats the brain like a static organ. You're born with a certain number of neurons. They die off, and you slowly turn into a decorative houseplant. This is a lie. The brain is capable of neuroplasticity and neurogenesis, the birth of new neurons, well into your 80s and 90s, if and only if you provide the right signaling. Cerebrolysin provides that signal. When you introduce cerebrolysin into the system, usually via intramuscular injection because your digestive tract is where peptides go to die, it crosses the blood-brain barrier and gets to work on several fronts. Neuroprotection. It acts as a shield, preventing your neurons from committing programmed cell death, apoptosis, when they get stressed by inflammation or lack of oxygen. It's like giving your cells a bulletproof vest. Synaptogenesis. It encourages the formation of new synapses. This is the wiring. If your brain is a computer, Cerebrolysin isn't just upgrading the software, it's soldering new connections on the motherboard. Metabolic efficiency. It improves the way your brain uses glucose. A foggy brain is an energy-starved brain. Cerebrolysin helps the mitochondria, the power plants I'm always ranting about, actually produce the ATP required for high-level thought. The amyloid cleanup. While the pharmaceutical industry has spent billions trying to cure Alzheimer's by attacking amyloid plaques and failing miserably, Cerebrolysin takes a more holistic approach by reducing the formation of these plaques while simultaneously repairing the damage they have already caused. If it's so great, Doc, why isn't it FDA approved? The FDA approval argument, the ultimate security blanket for the intellectually lazy. Let's look at the incentives. Cerebrolysin has been used in Europe and Russia for decades. It has mountains of clinical data for stroke recovery, traumatic brain injury, TBI, and vascular dementia. But in the U.S., it remains in the research use only or unapproved category. Why? Because you can't patent a pig brain extract the same way you can patent a synthetic lab-grown molecule that you can charge $5,000 a month for. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want repair. They want management. Repair is a one-time transaction. Management is a lifetime prescription. If you recover from a stroke in 3 weeks instead of 6 months, a lot of people lose money. If you keep your mental sharpness at 75 and don't need a suite of psychiatric drugs to manage your age-related depression and anxiety, the bottom line suffers. Standard medicine is a business, and curing the patient is both a terrible business model and not part of their plan. At the Age Reversal Technology Center, we don't care about what the consensus thinks is normal. We care about what is optimal. We use the Wolverine Healing Protocol for joints, but Cerebrolysin is part of the Wolverine Healing Protocol for the brain. In addition to Cerebrolysin, we also use specialized nutritional support and other technologies like EWAT, HBOT, and several other peptides to maximize the benefits. Whether you're a high-performing executive who can't afford a bad day, an athlete dealing with the aftermath of too many bell ringings on the field, or someone watching their parents vanish into the fog of dementia, Cerebrolysin represents a shift in strategy. We aren't just slowing the decline. We are actively engineering an environment of growth. When we combine Cerebrolysin with other modalities like HBOT, hyperbaric oxygen, to flood the brain with fuel, or EWAT, exercise with oxygen, to force that fuel into the microcirculation, the results aren't just incremental improvements. They are transformations. Here's the cold, hard truth. Your brain is currently being degraded by a multitude of stressors that accumulate over time, and you're losing. You can stay in the standard of care lane. You can wait for the annual checkup where the doctor asks you to draw a clock and repeat 3 words, and as long as you don't drool on your shirt, they'll tell you you're fine. Or you can seek to regain your biological sovereignty. You can decide that normal is for people who have given up. You can decide that your cognitive edge is worth defending with the most advanced, progressive tools available, even if those tools come from a pig's brain in a contrarian's office in Lakewood Ranch. Don't wait until the check engine light is flashing. By the time you notice the smoke, the engine is already half melted. Call us at 941-806-5511. Schedule a consultation. Stop by 6968 Professional Parkway E. Let's stop the smoldering. Let's repair the wires. Let's see what your brain is actually capable of when it isn't being neglected by a medical system that's waiting for you to fail. The Pig Brain Symphony is waiting. Are you going to listen, or are you going to keep whistling past the graveyard? Your move. Don't forget it.